Please allow me to bow in the memory of all our Malian brothers who have fallen on the field of honor. It has been a few days. I present on behalf of President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, in my name, in the name of the government and on behalf of all the Senegalese people, reiterate our most sincere condolence. As I said, Mali and Senegal is one and the same people. We share so many things that we cannot list them here. It is why, when such event occurs in Mali, is if it had happened to Senegal. I present to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Assimi Goïta, all our condolence. We thank the people of Mali for the warm welcome today. Through Mr. Prime Minister, His Excellency Mr. Chonge Maiga, who have received us since we descend from the plane with the whole government, and holding working sessions before being received today by Mr. President of the Republic. This interview was very instrumental and allowed us to move on review of all the questions, to discuss openly and not in a formal or solemn manner, but in brotherhood because, as I said, when I come here, I am at home and I come to speak to my brothers, spoke without filters, as they say, to discuss the big questions, as well as national level in Senegal as in Mali, in the framework and much more wider of what is happening in the sub-region and in the world. So, I would particularly like to be satisfied with this meeting, which allowed us, in any case, I believe, as we have always made between Senegal and Mali, to better bring our positions closer together. Mr. Prime Minister, opinion think that more and more you change the speech towards the AES countries. Do you maintain your speech of Pan-Africanist? You know, this is something that we must avoid. It is to put emotions in front of all the questions that we manage, and extremely serious questions. I will never be blamed. We have never released a single statement I had made before which is differs from the statement that I made today. Our positions has been very clear from the beginning. When we had started to take positions on these questions, there was not yet the AES. What was happening in each country today, considered to be a member of the AES. When it happens to Mali, we were the first to denounce, and we continue to denounce it firmly. The embargo that was imposed on Mali by border countries, and unfortunately among our own country, I had asked my party to denounce it. I continue to denounce it, and as I said, under my regime, this kind of practice will never be able to prosper, and no one will pass through Senegal to either destabilize Mali or any other border country, or impose sanctions on him of this nature. It has not changed, and that will not change. When it was a question of an intervention in Niger, my position was very clear from my prison cell. I made a publication to denounce this and warn the head of state of ECOWAS. This has not changed today. The AES came after, and no one will come out with a single speech where I, as president of my opposition party at the time, I said that we will join this or that organization. This was all rumors. We have never took a position to say that Senegal will join such and such organization. That is the first thing. We are all sovereign countries. We respect ourselves. We must respect our sovereign choice. And we respect Mali in his choice. We respect Burkina Faso in his choice. We respect everyone. The choice that we make, since we have always said, and I recall you, after I was Prime Minister, that many people were committed by the head of states of ECOWAS, and that we are often much more interested in symptoms than the real causes which have brought us to this. This has not changed in our home, so what do we do? To have or been in the process of working to continuously uniting the family, Since when one can be a Pan-Africanist to do everything so that we stay within solid framework rather than to divide us, is what we want to reapproach, and therefore that means we have changed. I said, whatever the outcome or choice that was made, doing this will not change anything at all in our relations with each of the countries and the framework that will be put in place. On the contrary, it could even be strengthened. Let us put the emotions aside, and that we work on the basis of concrete concerns. If we say Pan-Africanists, all Pan-Africanists must have one and unique objectives of bringing Africa together beyond our differences. I said earlier, with the Prime Minister, Europeans waged a world war that have cost millions of lives, and they found each other after. So, whatever our differences, let us try, as it was done, to create the empire of Mali, which extended from here to Senegal, in Ghana and everywhere. We cannot do less than that, and that is our concern. But if a sovereign country as Mali considers that errors which have been committed justifies on his part that he lives, we respect his sovereignty, and that we cannot change absolutely nothing in our relationship that are OH relationship and fraternal. You leave with what message from President Assimi Goïta today? The president was very open. We have a frank discussion, brotherly and fraternal, and I appreciate it very well. All the recommendations he has formulated because he wishes good for Senegal, which is a brotherly country. So alert on this phenomenon of terrorism and its evolution. The recommendation he gave, and above all, we are on the same lane, that between Senegal and Mali, external exogenous consideration to this relationship will not impact these relations. We remain united in accordance with realities, geographical, historical, economic, and societal itself, which imposes on us to be two united countries, and continues to cooperate in all plans, and that is extremely strong. Let's get out of here with certainty that we have exactly the same understanding of what our relationship should be. I thank him very much, and I thank all the Malian people. Africa, wake up. Africa, rise up. Africa without borders. Africa, continental free trade area. The time is now. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.